Hey Hoopers, this is a review of the sequence we did in my JRC hoop class, class 2. So we start out with hoop around our body, hands down by our sides, outside grip. And as I go through each of these 4 moves, I'll give you options to modify, either to make it easier or add some kind of interesting flair. So starting here, option 1 is to pull up through your center. So both hands on the top of the hoop, thumbs together, bending your elbows, lifting up around your chest, pushing down, twisting to the right side, lifting back up, twisting down as you extend to the other side. Up, down, engaging those abs. You can add breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale to really get that crunch in your abs. The other option here is to release as you go down to one side. So passing it off in the center, thumb to thumb, releasing as you go down to the other side. I still add that twist. And this one's fun to kind of get a little momentum and lift, can kind of get a floaty effect. You can always add a squat in this if you wish. Again, kind of protecting your body, knees staying behind toes. The second move is starting now with your hands down by your sides again. Get a nice upright posture, and you're gonna lift the hoop up and over as you squat down, extending your arms up. And then you're almost going through, emerging through that as the hoop comes back down and you stand up. Squatting down, the hoop comes up. Going through, standing up through the hoop comes down. All right. From here, we have a few options. This is kind of a smear-like variation section. So if you want, you can just lift. So keeping those hands where they are, lift the center of your hoop up to one side, crunch down to the center, lift up to the other side. All right. And even here, you can have some fun. You can kind of get into dancing with it, maybe add some level changes. You can turn, just keeping that basic movement. You can do some repetitions on one side. If it's accessible to you, you can do more of a smear. Again, if you have a smaller hoop, as we've run into, you kind of need to keep your elbows out of the way. But here you can add turns, you can add level changes, you can throw in a barrel roll if you want. This is kind of fun with smear sections. You can do both that first thing we went over and a smear, kind of adding some fun in between by combining those. So a lot of fun you can do with that move there. That last kind of smear variation that I've shown you guys is this kind of pre-step to the no-handed smear. And this one, I've still been showing you guys how to use your hand to guide it, but to get you ready to do that kind of fun no-handed smear. So in this one, I start kind of with the hoop, kind of resting down my back, this top side up, putting my left arm through, and then my hand coming kind of towards me and up on the side of the hoop that's nearest my face. And then I'm going to push that kind of down over to my left side, which lifts this right side up. I'm going to continue to push this down as I stick my right elbow through the hoop on the back side and kind of use that in my hand here to guide, to kind of bring it, continue it in that direction, bringing it up. And then now it's kind of in this vertical position that we started in again. I can put in my left elbow and start that cycle again. So let me show you, turned around. So starting here, hoop one side of the base of my back, the other side up near my face, sticking in that left elbow, hand coming on this side and pushing down. All right, now the back is up near my head. I can stick my other elbow through, pushing against that back side, using my hand again coming from the back of the hoop. Or I guess my front. And lifting with that elbow, lifting up with that hand, putting the back of the hoop back by my base again, and continuing that cycle. Going the other way, just starting with the right hand, pushing that down by my right side, sticking my left arm in, bringing that up and around, and continuing that motion. All right. And last move is this fun one where we lift our hoop up and off and our thumb pointed forward, step through the hoop. Now you can either hang out here and just do some leg lifts. So get a nice support on your left leg. You're going to be doing a leg lift, kind of the oblique crunch there as you lift your hoop up along with your leg. Then you can pass off to the other side. This little transition move I'm going to do right here, I'm going to explain when I break down the next variation of this. You step through, now you're on the other side. The bottom didn't really go anywhere, it was the top that you went through and up and over you. And then you can do the leg lifts on this other side. Now, as you know, the next option is this fun little jump through, or not jump through, step through. So, still starting with that leg lift, your hand is going to kind of drive the hoop back, so pinky leading, drive the hoop back as you lift your leg up to step through. As you're stepping through the hoop, you're going to grab your hand on your other hand on the hoop in a particular way that makes it easy to transition to the other side and step through. And that, for me at least, is to stick my hand through, turn my thumb down so that my palm is facing away from me, and grab the inside of the hoop there. So it's different than what my other hand is doing right now. My other hand is on the outside grip, thumb up. Here I'm doing inside grip, thumb down. Both palms are facing in front though. So then I lift my leg and I step through the hoop. I stick that leg down. As I rotate this left hand, now that I've passed it off to, I rotate that back as I turn towards the hoop to step through on this side. So the bottom of the hoop is still in between my legs, it stays there the whole time. Again, the top of the hoop is moving back and forth. Now my right hand comes in, my thumb turns down, my palm faces forward, and I take that inside grip on the right side of the hoop. Then I lift my leg and I step through, set my leg back down as I rotate that right hand back. Regrip on the left, lift my right leg, step through, rotate back, grip, step through, rotate back, grip. And once you get that feel, you can do it as this kind of continuous, even bouncy if you want. It's kind of a fun move. Let me show you just once from behind in case it's easier for you to mirror. So again, stepping through with one leg, now it's in between. And my right hand drives back, left hand comes in, step through, drives back, regrips, thumb down, palms facing that way, step through, leg lift, step through, and down, step and down, step and down, just like that. All right, so that's broken into each of the moves. Let me go through as kind of the sequence as a whole. So starting out, you can do however many kind of reps as you want of each one. 4, 2, 3, 4. Coming down to your side, squat up, down, While the other ones are fitnessy, this one's kind of a fun dancing move. All right, up and over, either staying here or bouncing back and forth. Back on, and ready to go back to the beginning. All right, have fun.